Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Obviously something dark mode and from Bladebinge. This is some of my favorite, these dark mode knives are some of my personal favorites just because of the way that the colors contrast with each other. I've also been very impressed with the pricing from Bladebinge. When we do these really nice, high quality, these premium collabs, the price has always been pretty darn competitive. And we have another knife here that was designed by somebody who I have traditionally liked all of their designs. So presumably, by the time you're watching this video, it's available. I'll link it down in the description. If you've never checked out Bladebinge, do that. Not only their shop, but also the Bladebinge, like the buy, sell, and trade, and the community element in the buy, sell, trade part of Bladebinge is absolutely phenomenal. Definitely check it out. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have? Why is this turned over? Because the knife is actually on the other side. This is the Divo Tallboy. What do we have here? Tallboy, black PVD tie, and black washed S90V. Please actually be anodized like this, please. Oh, but you know what? Even though it isn't, I thought the whole thing was going to be green. I do like that nice little pivot collar there. That is pretty cool. Initially, I was thinking if they do it all black, I'm not going to like it as much. I do like that. Here's another element that I just noticed. I want to get this little thing out of here. I'll leave it there for right now. This is a sub liner lock, or it's like a nested liner lock, sub frame lock, whatever. It's not a sub frame lock. But we have, let me move this stuff so you guys can take a look here. We have the pivot collar. We have the Divo Knives logo right there with a nice, the dark mode color, kind of the bluey green. They're really nicely accenting the pivot, and then, almost like a droplet of water with all the little, the ripple effect, the rings and everything sort of widening out as we come down here. Really nice look, actually. It really, really does look good. Almost certainly a T8 screw for the body and the back spacer. And then we have a single slotted area for the pocket clip, which is nice. It's probably modular with a number of different, maybe the Spyderco, I'm not sure, but the Spyderco wire clip, maybe a number of different clips. Usually that's why we do that. And it also, I wonder if, oh yeah, well, it comes with its own wire clip, so you don't have to worry about that. It also comes with additional hardware, which is something that always makes me happy, that makes everybody happy. I don't know why every single knife company in existence doesn't just include additional hardware. It seems like such a no-brainer. Why? Thank you so much to Divo for doing that. Sorry, is that a little, sometimes my frustrations get the best of me. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to see that. I'm going to leave that in there, not going to edit it out. It's important that you guys see that. Sometimes I get a little upset. I'm kidding. But yeah, I do like that we get extra hardware for sure. One screw for the clip, which is also very nice. Pocket clip, not super long. Sometimes they're a little pinchy. This one is not. Retention on it is actually about medium. Not bad at all. When are you going to shut your big, stupid pie hole and open the knife, Metal Complex? All right, you're right. Let's go ahead and open it up. Very nice and super duper easy to deploy. Also, incredible access to the lock bar. I love this. Here's another area that so many companies miss out on. Now, it looks like this is a hard 90 degrees. It's not. You can see it's actually beveled right there. So engaging with this is beautiful. That's really nice. So it's obviously like certain little teeny tiny things are going to bother me more than the average person, because when I see them over and over and over again, it becomes exponentially more irritating. Lock bar access, the release of the blade and the blade falling down into the position where it contacts your finger. I have such specific preferences on this because this is how I disengage my knife. Not everybody does. Some people, I would say reasonable people, do this. Those are people of sound mind. Will do this, right? And that's fine. But I like to disengage it like this. So I have very, very specific preferences. And after handling 40 bajillion knives since I started this channel, when companies don't do that, when they have a system set up that would suggest that you should be able to do that and you cannot, or it's in an irritating way, it makes me see red. So, thank you, Divo. This is beautiful. This is beautifully simple to engage with. If I want to do the reverse flick with the stud, which is exactly what you saw there, Incredibly simple. Maybe I want to use the slot. Incredibly simple, right? Want to use the thumb stud on this side? No problem. Can I use the slot on this side? Absolutely. Go right ahead, sir. Easy. Easy. Beautiful ergonomics. Nice choke up position. No flipper tab here, right? So you can make use of that. The jimp, this is superior jimping. Absolutely superior. We have a spot right here. Full extension of the thumb. Thank you. Don't know why some companies are like, you get 3 jimps. Nothing more. 3 jimps. Make it work. Thank you. We get a whole bunch of them. We got a gaggle of jimps. I don't know how you say that. A group of jimping. Probably just say jimping. You have another one out here if you want to do some fine detail work. We don't like to, us knife reviewers don't like to elaborate too much on what that means. We let you fill in the blanks. I'm going to call that reverse tanto. Is that what they call it? They don't specify. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it gaggle of geese foot, if that's what you want to call it. S90V, very, very cool. Nested lock bar. What do we have here? Almost certainly steel, which is fine, especially if this is priced the same way, just as competitively as the last one, the last Divo and Bladebinge collaboration, which I think ended up with this really, really cool aesthetic, the black PVD and the Tiffany blue or whatever you want to call it. It ended up being like $230, which I thought was very, very reasonable. Usually when you see these specialty dealership collabs or whatever, they end up at like $280, $290, or sometimes $300 plus. There's one particular retailer that's a little bit like, yikes, what are you guys doing? But Bladebinge doesn't seem to be doing that, and it's just something I really appreciate, especially considering the OEM who's doing these. I think they jump back and forth between QSP and Bestech. And I know Bestech is a little like, hey, fork it over. Like that's kind of fork over the dough and make the rest work. That's kind of the impression I've got there with the OEM work from Bestech. So if this is priced the way that I assume it is, which is under $250, I think that would be, pretty impressive. I will say, and I know that you guys have probably already said it, these dark mode collabs need polished DLC. You guys, Bladebinge, are going to slay when you start doing that. And I believe, just from past conversations, that they are working on this with future projects. So they're aware that people want it. But yeah, a satin or even like a semi-mirror DLC finish on at least the blade. I mean, if you guys want to, you could do the handle that way. Or, DLC blade and then green and then do the black hardware. People will poo-poo their pantalones over that. I promise you. I can promise you that is going to be the case. But this being exactly what it is actually pretty fantastic. Like the profile, like the ergonomics. I like the backspacer. Kind of wish the pocket clip was green, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, overall, I think that looks really, really good. And the S90V is heat treated actually higher than what we typically expect. The last one was hit at 61 to 62. Pretty awesome. So, just an unboxing and first impressions for this guy, but expect to see a full review down the road. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on the Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.